Back in January of 2023, I reviewed the Jansno X50 e-bike and I loved it for a lot of reasons. Fast forward to now and I've got my hands on the upgraded 2025 edition. Honestly, I think this is one of the best value fat tire e-bikes you can get for the money. Just to name a few standout features, it's got the retro motorcycle-inspired design, full suspension, a powerful motor, front and rear turn signals, and plenty more. Let's dive in. The Jansno X50 arrives in a pretty standard bike box and everything inside is packed neatly and securely, no signs of any shipping damage, which is always a good start. Inside, you'll find a few components, including the parts that need to be assembled. But you also get some nice extras, a phone holder, a bike lock, and even a compact air pump, which is a thoughtful touch. As for the standard accessories, you'll find a charger and a cable, a set of tools, keys for the battery, and an additional set of keys for the bike itself. The assembly took me about 25 minutes, and if you need a bit of guidance, Jansno includes a clear and easy-to-follow tutorial to walk you through the whole process. If you're thinking about picking the X50 for yourself, make sure to check out the links and show notes in the video description down below. The Jansno X50 really stands out with its retro, vintage, motorcycle-inspired design. It's a great-looking bike and the build quality backs it up. Everything feels solid and well put together. The frame is robust, the paint finish is smooth and even, and it just gives off a premium vibe. The brown faux leather seat adds a nice touch of style and it is actually pretty comfortable for longer rides. The bike features a riser-style handlebar setup. Neither the seat nor the handlebars are height adjustable, but you can tweak the handlebar angle to find a more comfortable riding position. As for power, there is a 750-watt rear hub motor, which is fairly standard for fat tire e-bikes. You can activate it either by twisting the throttle or by pedaling. The bike has a front fork and a rear shock absorber that work together to soak up bumps and uneven terrain. The X50 comes with 20x4-inch fat tires with knobby off-road tread, perfect for trails or rougher city streets. The one-piece alloy rims are a great upgrade over the previous model. No loose spokes to worry about. Both the front and rear fenders are made of plastic. They hold up well, but there is a small gripe. Each fender is mounted using just a top mounting point, even though the frame has pre-drilled holes for a second mounting point on the bottom. Because of that, the fenders can rattle slightly while riding. It is not something you'll really hear or notice while in motion, but if it really bothers you, upgrading to two-point mounting setup is a cheap and easy fix. The pedals are metal and feel solid underfoot. The kickstand isn't the beefiest I've seen, but it does the job. For stopping power, you get mechanical disc brakes on both the front and rear wheels. There is also a removable battery that locks securely with a key. One of the standout features of this bike is its headlight. It's a legit motorcycle-grade light with an impressively powerful beam. Riding at night feels completely safe and well lit. And speaking of safety, you also get bright turn signals up front and the second set at the rear, plus a rear light and an integrated brake light, all of which make this e-bike much safer to ride on the road. The drivetrain is a standard 7-speed Shimano setup, nothing fancy but reliable. The handlebar grips are on the cheaper side and they don't have anti-twist locks, but they work fine. You also get a control cluster with dedicated buttons for the headlight, turn signals, and the horn. Plus, there is a USB port for charging your phone or other devices. To start the bike, you'll need to insert the key. It uses a key-based ignition system. The LCD display is simple and easy to read, showing your speed, battery level, trip distance, voltage, odometer, and more. You can select from 5 levels of pedal assist or turn it off completely and ride it like a regular bike. And finally, the horn. It's really loud. Here is a quick audio test. Riding the Jansno X50 is just plain fun. Right from the first twist of the throttle, you feel the power. The motor kicks in with a strong and confident pull. It's quick off the line and has that mini motorcycle vibe that makes you forget you're even on an e-bike. Of course, you can still pedal it if you want to. The geometry doesn't offer the most natural pedaling posture, but it's definitely usable. Shifting through the 7-speed Shimano drivetrain is smooth and trouble-free, making it easy to adjust your cadence when you're not relying on the motor. Out of the box, the speed is locked to 25 km per hour, but you can easily unlock it by simply unplugging a small cable located just under the seat. That bumps the top speed to around 45 km per hour, but of course, make sure to follow your local laws and only unlock the speed if you're riding on private property. On city streets and paved paths, the X50 rides smoothly and remains stable even when you're pushing the higher speeds. The top speed sits around 45 km per hour, and you can pick up a bit more momentum if you're headed downhill. It uses a cadence sensor for pedal assist, and while it doesn't respond instantly like a torque sensor, it is still fairly responsive for this kind of system. The fat 20 by 4-inch tires give you excellent grip across a variety of surfaces: pavement, gravel, or light trails. I took the X50 through a mix of terrain, and it handled it all without a problem. The motor provides steady power and a good amount of torque, which makes tackling steeper sections or uneven ground feel effortless. Balance and control are definitely strong points here. Whether you're coasting along a smooth road or bouncing over a trail, the bike feels grounded and predictable. The full suspension setup with a front fork and rear shock isn't super plush, but it definitely helps take the edge off bumps and rough patches. At this price, full suspension is a big plus, especially since a lot of fat tire e-bikes only come with front suspension. When it comes to braking, the mechanical disc brakes get the job done. Well, they're not as refined as hydraulics, but they offer solid stopping power and remain reliable whether it's dry or wet out. All in all, the riding experience on the Jansno X50 is great. Whether you're commuting, hitting up local trails, or just going out for a fun weekend ride, it feels strong, smooth, and capable. The manufacturer claims a maximum range of up to 80 miles, which is almost 130 kilometers, but as always, real-world results tell a different story. If you're riding in full electric mode using the throttle most of the time, especially on the highest power assist level, you can expect around 40 kilometers on a single charge. When I switched to eco mode and added some consistent pedaling, I was able to stretch that range to about 70 kilometers. Of course, your actual mileage will vary depending on things like terrain, your weight, riding style, and even the weather. The battery is removable and lockable, making it easy to charge either on the bike or separately indoors. It features a capacity indicator, a dedicated power switch, a USB port to charge your devices, and a cover charging port to protect it from dust and moisture. Charging from empty to full takes about 8 hours, which is pretty standard for a battery of this size. So, wrapping things up, the 2025 Jansno X50 is a seriously impressive package for the price of just below $900. It delivers a great mix of power, style, comfort, and features that you don't often see bundled together in this segment. The retro motorcycle-inspired design gives it a ton of personality, while the full suspension and fat off-road tires make it a capable performer on a variety of terrain. However, it's not perfect. The single-point fender mounts could use an upgrade, the grips are a bit basic, and the mechanical brakes aren't as sharp as hydraulics, but honestly, these are minor trade-offs considering what you're getting overall. The performance is strong, the riding experience is smooth and enjoyable, and the range is more than enough for daily commuting or weekend adventures, especially if you mix in some pedaling. Add in safety touches like powerful lighting and turn signals, and you've got a bike that feels ready for real-world riding. If you are in the market for a fat tire e-bike that delivers on both looks and performance without breaking the bank, the Jansno X50 should absolutely be on your radar. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more videos like this. It was Linus, and see you in the next video soon.